Hi everyone, and welcome back to day 19, 21-day meditation challenge. I hope you're all well. Another location for me, I'm on the move yet again. So today I actually haven't had too many queries this week, but the main query I have had, which I would like to address today, is about meditation. I know that that can seem quite daunting if you've never meditated before, and it might seem a bit alien. But I'd like to just help you understand why we actually do meditate and we take the time out and try and achieve a consistent practice. Okay, number one, why do we try and meditate? Well, we do that to try and calm and stop the mind chatter. And the mind chatter that we have is normally not really that helpful. And we can think 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, so you will never keep track of what's flashing through your mind. That's why people can observe more what they're actually feeling as opposed to what they're actually thinking. But if you realize your mood has dipped, you're beginning to feel a little bit low, then you'll have thought something before that. So try and catch what's going on in your own head. But we calm our minds down because it has a really profound effect on our parasympathetic system. So for our nerves, our nervous system, it's really beneficial. So from a health point of view, it's a really good practice to have. From a spiritual point of view, calming our brains leave us more receptive to information, messages, divine downloads, energy top up. So spiritually, it's a fantastic thing to do as well. So I really am all for trying to meditate, and it is useful in manifestation because when we calm our minds, again, as I said, we're open to receiving more energy and being more in alignment with the energetic source, divine source, but also for visualization. When we're calm and we can then imagine us being in a happy state, what makes us happy? What's the manifestation that really gives us joy? And we can actually engage with the feelings, then this is where meditation really promotes that, because we're cutting out a lot of the negativity, the resistance, and as I say, the mind chatter. Now, it's really important that you realize that you are where you are today because of your own manifestations. Because everything you've manifested in your life, and every decision you've taken, every action you've taken, has brought you to where you are today. But the whole point of this manifestation challenge is to start being conscious of what we're manifesting and being intentional about manifestation so that we can actually achieve our desires and live in a happier state of well-being and joy. So it sounds quite simplistic, but actually it really is. It's not, don't overthink it. So even if you can only spare 5 minutes, then I would suggest you try and find 5 minutes per day, and everyone can find 5 minutes, let's face it, just to start what is going to be a really supportive and helpful practice. I'm going to put a link underneath in regards to a little video I would like you to have a look at, and it will talk you through the basic steps of, I call this the candle meditation, because it's about lighting a candle, quieting the mind, concentrating on the flame, so the flame becomes the focus, and that's, you're training your brain to hold focus. So you're actually training your mind, that overactive, anxious mind of ours. We have to retrain it because it's had a field day up until now, and it's thought all these weird and wonderful thoughts, and not all of them are productive. So it's about really beginning to own where we are today and start to retrain our minds. Okay, so the candle meditation for me is a really good starting point. So I would urge you to have a look at that video, which the link I will put underneath. Now, another one I like, and I've used all of these. Joe Dispenza is my big favourite, but they are really intense. And I will probably finish the week off putting something of his on, just to let you, although you can just Google Joe Dispenza and there'll be thousands of meditations on there. People pinching his work and copying his work, because actually to buy his meditation is quite expensive. But anyway, so the other meditation which I want to put on there for you to give some thought to is from Abraham and Esther Hicks. Now, Esther started to get in touch with her life purpose when she began meditating, and her story is really fascinating. But I like how she explains this meditation practice, and the whole video I think is only about 6 minutes. So in both videos, what I like about them is they will talk, but they're not talking constantly. So it's a guided meditation, but it's not guided all the way through, because some of them can be quite full of chatter themselves. But these aren't. And Esther's, instead of focusing on a flame, she's focusing on the AC, the air conditioning unit. I took to that because living in hot countries and living in Turkey recently, we've always had ACs, so there's always a fan going or an air conditioning unit going. And when I when I meditate back here, sometimes I just put on a video of white noise, because I want my focus just to be on that constant noise. And believe it or not, it really does help you get into an alpha state, because your focus is totally on that noise. So these are just two methods. There are so many methods of meditating, but I would say to you, don't be put off by trying it. You don't have to sit in any weird and wonderful positions. You can either sit in a comfy chair or you can lie down. Just be careful that you don't fall asleep, because that sort of defeats the purpose of, it's very relaxing, yeah, sure, but for meditation purposes, that's not what we're trying to achieve. And I often fall asleep if I do long meditations, because I'm just so relaxed and off I go. So especially when I do the longer ones with Joe Dispenza, I can fall asleep sitting bolt upright and with my spine rigid. So you'll get into it, but give it a try. Loads of health benefits, really. A lot of them focus on just those basic breath. So I don't overthink that, because when I used to think of the breath, I used to overthink it and go and get a bit, just breathe as they're telling you, as you can. But if you can't, don't worry about it. There is never a failed meditation. Even if you think that was rubbish, which I've done so often, it's still, you've made the intention, you've stated the intention, you've done it, you've tried. That's very powerful. And your mind has had free reign for a long time. So it's not the easiest thing to just knuckle it down and tell it to focus on something, and because you want to do something else. So it will take time. It will take practice. It will take commitment. But I'm sure 5 minutes a day, I think you can find that. Okay, bye for today.